Hello everyone, this is Chris with ProtectionReviews.com and the US Tech Channel and CricketUsers.com. Today I'll be looking at the OEM charging door, the wireless charging door for the Samsung Galaxy S4. This is a genuine Samsung part. You're going to find it at most places for around $40. I registered on Samsung.com about a month ago and I got a 50% discount code for up to 5 items with a retail price of under $50. This comes in, of course, like I said, at $40, so I was able to pick it up for around $20. There was a little shipping cost. Before that, I've been using this little charging pad from China. You'll probably find a lot of these on eBay. They're fairly thin. There should be thinner models as well. This one does create a slight bulge on the back of the device, and I'll show you that really quickly. The advantage of this is it doesn't add as much thickness as the OEM charging door. However, when I put it in some of the cases, it did not want to charge through them, and that's no surprise for an aftermarket wireless charging accessory compared to an OEM one. You can see we'll stick it right on there and it'll start charging. That's the thickness for reference. I've been really swamped at work and I actually forgot my battery charger today, so I really got to get through this kind of quickly. I'll show you some other cases, and from here on out I will show you my case reviews with the wireless charging pad, the OEM one and the one that you can get off of eBay and other sites. So here's the thickness of this one. The output is rated at 5 volts and 650 milliamp hours here, and this one says output 1000 milliamps or 1 amp, in other words, at 5 volts, but I'll also flash an image of what my charging results were. Alright, take these results with a grain of salt if you want to. I did try to control some variables. I used the LG WCP 700 charger for both of these. I had them sitting in the same location with the screen off and LTE enabled. The Chinese Qi receiver between the charge levels of 25 and 30% was charging at 776.57 milliamps as reported from this Android app, and the OEM charging door for the same 25 to 30% was charging at 578 milliamps on average. What I'm really trying to prove is that it appears, at least, that the Chinese Qi receiver can keep up with the OEM charging door. You can see this makes the device quite a bit thicker, and that results in some issues with most of your mid protection device cases and lower end protection cases. So you can see it charges really easily. I mean, it's OEM product. The receiver for the antenna for the NFC is mounted off of the battery when you use this, so NFC will probably function a little better. One thing I want to note that I will be giving a lot of these cases away to people that want to do video reviews and send them back to me. I'll probably be giving away this wireless charging back door as well, as long as you do a video and send it back to me that I can use on my YouTube channel. I'd like to hear feedback from other people. Now, this is a really cheap TPU case. I've got several of these I want to send out to people so they can do their own review, and the TPU case actually kind of fits. You can just use your fingers and pull the edges up around the sides. No issues there. Charges. You can cut the edges right there and here to make these buttons a lot easier to push. I'll show that in a separate video since I haven't really reviewed this case. I have tons of cases that I actually haven't reviewed. This is the A case. I showed this in an earlier video. Now, if you do the same thing and try to get the edges up around the corners, you can. I do have a Spigen glass slim cover on this, which doesn't really make it any easier. And if you really work the outer shell of the A case, you can pretty much get it over the edges I was actually surprised. Gonna have to muscle it just slightly, but it looks like it kind of fits in there. And it appears to charge. Now the charge rates will probably be reduced because they're going through another medium. With my LG Optimus G Pro and Incipio case, it will hardly charge on the wireless charger. It'll say it's charging, but it won't charge that much. Here's the Incipio Dual Pro Shine. I also have to do a review on just the Dual Pro case. So if we fit this in here, we can't really get it to fit that well inside the outer shell. The Dual Pro cases are nice because they add 2 layers of protection without adding a whole lot of bulk to the device. However, I tried to work this one for a little bit, and it didn't really seem like it wanted to fit too well. Let's just say that it doesn't fit that well with this case. Wireless charging does work. Here's the UAG Urban Armor Gear case. Go ahead and slip it in that. Now this kind of is like a dual layer, but they're kind of molded together. And I have fit this before, so it's going on a little bit easier now. Kind of still leaves the silver in some of the edges. I know a lot of people don't like that from the feedback that I've received. It does charge though. Doesn't feel like it wants to fall out either. Next up is the Dyson. They're like executive premium flip case. Now on a lot of the leather cases, they kind of just go up around the edge and hold it. Doesn't want to hold it too much, but it doesn't seem like it wants to fall out. The case doesn't hinge all the way. If you kept on working the leather, it might stay down. So not a perfect fit, but it seems to barely fit. Let's see if the door works. Let's see, it switches that S view mode or whatever. Put it on the charger. Appears to charge. This is the LG WCP 700. I use this in videos just because of the large surface area that it has. Really easy to throw up on there quickly. This is a CDO or Platinum surface case. It can be found at Best Buy locally. It really doesn't even want to slide on there. I tried it earlier, and you would have to use a lot of force, and that would make it really difficult to remove. Here's a Spigen Argos leather case, genuine leather. Kind of uses the same technique as the Dyson to kind of hold on to the corners, but it's really just too thick. It doesn't seem like it wants to fall out, but I'd use extreme caution. You can get it to close, and it does appear to charge. Moving right along, here is the Spigen Slim Armor, and I tried to place it in here, but in general, it's hard to fit devices with any added thickness in this case. You're really going to be bending the plastic and having to pull it to kind of get it over that. And then it just doesn't really want to fit. This is a slim armor case. I mean, just by its name, it suggests that it really wants to hug the device, and when there's more to hug, it just doesn't do well. This is the Trident Aegis Series case. The inner layer seems to go over it pretty well. From what I can remember, it doesn't really fit this case too well with the OEM charging door It just kind of doesn't want to go over the edges. It'll barely fit. You can still use it, except it kind of rides high where this doesn't really grip the case, but it will charge. Doesn't look pretty. Here's the spec candy shell. It is a kind of a dual layer case. It has plastic on the outside and this softer rubber area on the inside. You can kind of peel the edges up around it. Kind of just sits off. Sits too high. Charges. Sits too high. Again, not very pretty. And then here's the tri-shield that I reviewed. Took the top off, put it in the silicone portion, put the back side on, and then this really wouldn't clip down because it wasn't fitting perfectly in the silicone portion. It was just pretty much pushing the silicone in different ways, and it just wouldn't charge. So if you're looking at the OEM door, please keep in mind that you might have issues putting your device in a case after getting it. All these cases I really want to get rid of, basically by allowing you guys to do your own reviews on them, submit them back to me, and in turn you guys get a free case. Just contact me on my YouTube if you're interested in that. I'll be sure to try and put out more videos. Like I said, videos from here on out, case reviews will be done with the OEM charging door and the little add-on Qi wireless receiver. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I purchased most of these cases and accessories that you've seen here on my own. It's viewers like you that really allow me to do this day in, day out. And I thank you very much.